Pecan Theater Incorporated owns and operates movie theaters throughout Florida and Georgia. Pecan Theater has declared the following annual dividends over the 6-year period. So this is the total dividends, as in like the payout for not only the preferred stock but also the common stock dividends per year. So during that entire period of each year, because it doesn't seem like they've issued more, um, as well as they haven't done any kind of like stock splits, as well as not issue dividends for common stock based off of percentage. So that means that the number of issued shares hasn't changed throughout that period. So the outstanding stock, as in like the stock that was issued out and purchased by shareholders, I guess these are stocks outstanding, was composed of 400,000 shares of cumulative preferred stock. So cumulative preferred stock, 2% stock at $10 per par, and 500 shares of common stock, $15 par. So what we're going to do is we're going to determine the total dividends and per share dividends declared on each class of stock for each of those 6 years. So let's look at the first year. The first year, the total dividends that they paid out was $60,000. So let's first take a look at what the preferred stock, because they're gonna pay out the preferred stock first. So this preferred stock, there's 400,000 shares of this preferred stock, is a 2% stock at $10 par. So like what that means is that the amount that the value of the shares is $10, and it's 2%. So that means that each preferred stock is going to pay out 20 cents. Okay, but then there's 400 shares of these. So that means that the preferred stock should pay out around 80,000 per year in dividends, but the amount that they're paying out is only 60,000. So that means that the total dividends preferred stock for that year is only going to be the amount that they paid out, 60,000. And each dividend per share is 20 cents. So the common dividend total is actually going to be $0 because there's none left after they paid out the preferred stock, unfortunately. $0, $0. But the thing is, even though they paid 60,000, they're supposed to pay 20,000. They're supposed to pay 80,000. So what that means is that they still have to pay, because this amount actually will carry over to the next year. As well as this, I believe. Is that? Let's see. Does common stock dividends that weren't paid carry over to next year? So it seems like for common stock, it's not cumulative. 2% stock for preferred. There's 500,000 shares, and it's $15 par. So it doesn't really seem like they declared any sort of... Well, I mean, okay, so... So like 2% stock, $10 per preferred stock, total dividends 80,000, right? So like they've paid out 80,000 for this year, the next year too. The thing is, they still owe 20,000 from last year. Okay, but the dividends per share is the same. Okay, so like that, and then in year 3 they've paid out 160,000. So the total is gonna be 10,000, 100,000. Sorry, because of the previous year, like so. You see. And then from here on out, like they're just gonna pay like the amount that they're supposed to, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000. Okay, but then the remainder, because there's the remainder is 60,000. Although I'm not sure if it's like, oh, because like it might be, for example, what it's saying is like, okay, so like there's actually 400,000 shares, but the dividend payout was only 60,000, right? 60,000 was like the dividend actually paid out that much, but then there's 400,000 shares. So, like for example, this year they might have only paid out 15 cents if you look at it that way. But it's supposed to pay out 20 cents. And then for this year, because of the previous year where they wasn't paid out, let's see. So that might be the answer. I'll have to double check. So this year might have been 25, but so like, okay, so in year 3, the remaining amount, right, 60,000. They were able to pay 60,000. They paid additional dividends because this is the total amount for like the preferred stock as well as the common stock. So then that means like the remainder should be going to common stock. You see, because the total amount of dividends for preferred stock is only 2% at $10 par. So then we can calculate the amount that this preferred stock, or for this common stock, paid out 15 cents this year. 80,000. This year paid out 20 cents. 90,000 this year paid out 0.225, and then this year it paid out 25 cents. Okay.